You win. Choose your fighter. Slightly inspired. Choose your fighter. Slightly inspired. Fight. You win.
If you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe, and if you're an old subscriber, thank you so much for still sticking with me. Some of you may be new to my channel and I want to give a little intro. So my name is Essay. I'm 27 years old and I live with a mood disorder, a mental health condition called bipolar disorder. You can check out other episodes in my channel to really know what's going on over here, but I do hope you stay and you enjoy your stay. So let's get right into the video. I said I'll be spilling tea today, spilling tea today. This is my tea. See the color. Does this even okay? It's just flavored tea. So I said I'm going to be talking about what do you call it? I'm not thinking, but it's something I have really wanted to discuss here on my channel, and I did 2 episodes of that video last year where I talked about my broken heart story time, part 1, part 2, and I thought I would recreate a new video called The Other Side to My Broken Heart Story, because some people may have watched the video and thought my ex was the worst person in the world. Other people may have just seen the title of the video and thought that my ex should be sent to hell. Then there are other people who have watched the video and yes, they got the fact that my ex didn't cheat on me or hurt me in any way, but they just don't like my ex. And I'm not saying that I want you all to like my ex, but I did some self-assessment and I realized that there are so many reasons why the relationship would never have worked, and there are so many reasons why I ended up having a mental health condition. First and foremost, I started reading an amazing book, and it talks about winning over your emotions, winning over depression, anxiety, worry. And I came to the realization that It's not even me who came to that realization. It was the book that made me realize that what you fear the most, what you worry about, ends up happening to you. And most of the time, those who worry about some particular things, it ends up happening to them. And most mental health conditions are developed. No, let me take that again. So a study was done and they found out that people who have ulcer, it didn't start like um, a biological condition. Like most of the time, it just started from their thinking, worrying, anxiety. That's how it started out. So for my case, me developing bipolar disorder, from let's say childhood, I have always been the type who was very fearful. That's the word. I was scared about a lot of things. Scared I ended up growing up with most of my fears. That I might not end up having a good husband, scared that I may not even get married, scared that I might not have children. I feared so many things. And because of these fears ended up becoming stressors. So they stressed every part of my life. So whilst people were doing life, enjoying life, I had a lot to be worried about and to think about, because like my family is like third generation. We are blessed. Let's just say we are blessed, but I had my own fears. There were times that I looked out at my parents and wondered if I could be more successful than them, or there were times too that I would be thinking, what if I'm not successful? What if I fail? What if I don't do well? I had all these issues with my mind, and these things, they just stressed my life. And by the time I was 19 and I met my ex-boyfriend, who was my boyfriend at the time, I had so much baggage. So me meeting him was like a blessing. When I look back, I see it like a blessing. He was one of the first people to not body shame me. He was one of the first people that helped me to be confident about my voice, about myself, and all that. And I feel like I should give him credit for that. So I reconnected with him and I wanted to just close the doors on some issues, because over the years, because of my advocacy work, I'm on TV, I'm on radio, people started getting the impression that I was after him. I was doing these videos to damage his reputation. It had nothing to do with him. That was the problem. It had nothing. I'm saying it's the problem because people would end up contacting him and making it look like I'm after him. Meanwhile, too, I was just at a point in my life where I just wanted to tell my story and to let other people know that it's very important for them to love themselves and affirm themselves, because when you have that self-love and self-affirmation, you would be grounded in yourself. I just wanted to let other people who may be in certain situations know that they are not alone. I didn't come out to share my story to criticize my ex or go after him. And this doesn't apply to that one ex, it applies to all my other exes. You should just know that people are at different seasons of their lives. 5 years ago, I didn't have the chance to have all these platforms, speaking engagements and stuff like that. And there are stuff over the years, there are stuff I felt comfortable sharing. there were stuff I wasn't comfortable sharing. And as the years go by, I get more confidence, and there are things that I would choose not to share. There are things that I feel like sharing. But this one thing, the other side to my broken heart, I just feel like before we get up to blame someone, we need to do some self-assessment. So I assessed myself and I realized that yes, the broken heart, me getting rejected was the trigger, but what accumulated triggers like occurred in my life for the one trigger to, so the trigger is like the fire, the spark that's made me end up having a mental health condition. So that's just what I wanted to share. And I have been thinking that if I had to repeat my life, I would never have worried so much about, the one thing I used to worry about when I was depressed around the time I had broken up with my ex, the one thing I was worrying about was, what are people going to say? Because now I have broken up with the one person whose world I have, like whom I've built my world around. He didn't cheat or anything, but I broke up with him because of fear and what are people going to say now that I've broken up with him. And even the book I read, I found out when you think and think like that, it's like making a muscle get cramped. So you just wear your system out, and that's what I did. So I think that it's high time I own up and realize that it wasn't just about my broken heart. I had other things I was dealing with, especially when it came to, like I said, the fears, the worry, the stress, my childhood trauma, and all that. So that's just what I wanted to share. And if you have any questions for me, you can leave it in the comment section. And it was great talking to you guys. Have a great time checking my other videos. Bye.